me. With Uniqo Williams. That's right, it's your boy coming at you on a Thursday, as I always love to do because Thursday's my favorite day of the week. Why? Well, I was born on a Thursday, 11:47 a.m. Woo! I'm just so happy to be amongst you all today. It's been a crazy week. It's been crazy in news and all type of stuff. But I'm just come to you with what I want to come to you with because it's my show and I do what I want to do when I want. Just when I want to. It's just what I want to do. First things first. I gotta give a special happy birthday to my uncle of mine, aka the president of Nerd Nation, and then also my little bro, aka he's my little cousin. But JP, happy birthday too, man. I'm just so ecstatic. I'm happy everybody's getting older. It's another year that I get to live with you. So happy birthday, y'all. Live it up. Enjoy that piece of king. JP, I'll be there. I'll let you. We'll see what you want to do on that old Xbox stuff you want to do. We'll see what you want to do. We'll get you together. But man, let's get into it. First and foremost, we start this off because honestly, this show is coming out a little bit later because I spent all day watching the sentencing of Jussie Smollett. So today, Jussie Smollett, who was accused and convicted of setting up his own hate crime. If you remember this, he was chilling out in Chicago trying to go get some Subway, and he was viciously attacked by two white men in MAGA hats. Turns out it was two black men that he hired to do this, and they was like not just black, but they was like black. They was, they from Africa type stuff. So at any rate, wrote a script, did all that, and got sentenced today. He did this at a time that racial tension was at like an all-time high, by the way. So, I mean, pretty good directing. But, yeah, he got sentenced. And a lot of the day, when the judge finally got his turn to sentence him, oh, he went in. I mean, dude took the show. Like, he literally was like, he was killing dude. He was like, lack for a better term, but we say this when you getting joned on. Judge ate him up, dog. Judge ate him up. If that was a roasting session, he got ate up. I mean, he would go on the same thing to say things like, yo, when people are lying, they're saying you pulling a Jussie Smollett. Oh, this must be a Jussie. The judge said that, and I think he spent a lot of time writing this like pre-sentencing thing before he came on there and sentenced them. But yo, that was wild. Like, if we think about that whole situation in its entirety, I don't know the power stuff. I mean, not power. What's it called? Empire? Yeah, Empire. I don't know about none of that. I don't know his contract situation with them. I don't know if they was trying to write him out the show. I don't know none of that. Empire is not a show that comes on anymore. Like, that just is what it is. He might have been the biggest pop in the actual series, but dog, this was wild. Like, yo, you staged a fight or a hate crime that could get people federal sentences and all that. You made this big story about it. Mad people was like on your side. Even Vice President Kamala Harris, who we've not heard anything from in a long time. Where you at, girl? Where you been? I don't know. I heard you running around Europe. I don't know what's going on. What are you doing? Help me out here. I mean, you can at least do some of the stuff where, you just go to a local elementary school and bring out books with little black girls on it or kids or people of color and read books to the babies and let them know. I ain't seen none from her, period. I don't know where it comes, but she got on Twitter and talked about that. And she was like, I know him and blah, 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 and I'm standing for him. And then it turns out it was just a hoax. It was a hoax. He wrote a script for a show called Jussie Smollett is a Victim of a Hate Crime. For real? Get out of here. That whole story is wild. But anyway, let's talk about the conviction. Well, after he got roasted by the judge, they hit him with 30 months of felony probation. Okay, he's sitting there, he's got his mask on, trying to be, professional. Even though I got court, I still can act because, I'm masked up and I'm being safe and I can go on anybody's set. I'll be safe, blah, blah, blah. He did that. Kept up the appearance for that. Said he got 30 months felony probation. Okay. They said he can leave the state. He doesn't have to live in Illinois. It is what it is. I know with what, and the judge even said, I know with what you're planning or trying to do. So we're not going to stop you from doing that. Get an acting opportunity. I don't know who's going to touch him after this, but it is what it is. But he said, we're not going to hold you back from that. So 30 months felony probation, which is like 2 years and 2.5 years. Yeah. 2.5 years. No. Yeah. 2.5 years. That's my math. It's right. Then they said you got to pay some restitution. $120,000 and 120,000 and 100. I don't know how you say this. This is so crazy. I don't know how to read numbers. $120,000 and $106 is what he has to pay. Back to the city of Chicago for them bringing out the police and doing whatever investigation or whatever they was doing. I don't know how going into a high-rise hotel and listening to somebody lie to you cost $120,000, but that's what they said. So they said he got to pay that back. Also, he had a fine. They added a fine to it. I don't know what the fine is for, but they added a fine, and it was the max fines, 25 bands, $25,000. That is what it is. All right, cool. And then he decides to be quite the showman, the judge, we still talking about the judge. He decides to be quite the showman and say, you know what? And then you're going to do 150 days in Cook County, which is where Chicago, that's their county that they belong to. 150 days in jail, in Cook County jail. That is to be served like right now, like today. Like you start today. You're going to jail today for 150 days, starting today. So that happens. So Jussie, he said he asked, he's like, can I just say something real quick? They allowed him to say it, and he got up and he said, I'm not suicidal. Okay. If something happens to me in that jail, I want y'all to know it had nothing to do with me. Okay. And then his lawyers just start coming up. Since we're appealing this, because he says he's 100% innocent. He says, since we're appealing this, we'd like for you to suspend the jail sentence. Nope. Judge said nope. Somebody else came through and they said, Judge, with the appeal coming, can we suspend the sentence? He said the law works slow. Justice works slow, but it hits like a hammer sometimes. He's going to jail, period. So there might be some change in this whole thing. There might be some kind of change. I'm not sure. But, man, it was wild. So like, as they're trying to do all these appeals and stuff and, like, try and talk to the judge, like, the sheriffs and them start coming around him like, yo, we about to take you back to jail. You got to start doing your time, buddy. And they finally walk him out of there, and he puts his fist up. These are lies. I'm not lying. I didn't do. Man, as an actor to his core, and I don't know why he didn't have more opportunities before this, because, he looked the part of an actor. He did. He looked the part. I would have believed him had I not seen all this evidence. That was a wild trial. Like, on the stand, that was a wild, like, Kyle Rittenhouse, we knew he was clearly faking those tears and all that stuff, and you can put me on your suit. You ain't gonna get nothing, but you can sue me too. But shit, hell, with that being, I might be somewhere in one of them jails after, if you sue me. I to do my time, because I ain't got none of that for you. You press your luck with LeBron. But he walked out and he's like, justice is going to prevail. I am innocent. I am innocent. I am not suicidal. Something happens to me in there, man, starts getting the conspiracy theorist people up in arms. It's a good play if you're doing it for yourself, man. But damn, dog, just take that L, man. Take that L. Do your time. Do that 100. Like when you out and you get on probation, just do that hot 150. Do that. Then you might be able to, maybe recoup something down the line. That I spent 150 days of my life behind bars and I shouldn't have been there. But where we at and what we saw with the evidence and stuff, man, bro, it did not look good. I'm not ever against anybody that claim something, happened to them in that way, especially in the times that we live in. Like, we take that stuff serious, and they took it serious, and you lied, bruh. That's what it looks like. You allegedly lied. I don't know. Actually, I don't have to say allegedly. At this point, bruh, the facts is there. You lied. You set this up. It is what it is. And here we go. Unless there's like some super duper deep cover, deep state stuff that I don't know about, which is 100% a possibility. We've seen crazier things happen, but in this situation, I don't think anybody cared that much enough about Jussie Smollett to be like, yo, this guy's gotta, he's gotta, we gotta get him out the picture. He's a big wig. Nah, just take that L. And we know that you're not suicidal. Don't do nothing crazy while you locked up in there. They gonna put you in some good protection. You're not gonna be in there with population. Just it's 150 days, man. Just count them days off. Sleep good. You can sleep it off probably. Go ahead and sleep good, man. Um, but I mean, you got a really good deal, man. You lied about something that it is what it is. See, you weren't an actual victim, like you know the director of Black Panther, the director of Creed. See, you weren't a real like victim of racism, if you will. And I just want to speak on that real quick. And I'm actually done with Jussie. I just do want to speak on this real quick. You mean to tell me a man goes into a bank, puts in his PIN number, gives you his IDs, and writes on a note that, can you give me this discreetly? Like, because it's an ugly world out there right now. If I had 12 bands and I go to a bank and I need to get this 12 bands out or whatever, and somebody overhears me doing that, or I just walk out with this X amount of cash, because that's guaranteed $12,000. You walk out with $12,000, there's $12,000 in cash in your pocket. Somebody can definitely rob you, and they have $12,000. That's the lick that a lot of people would love to take. So he did it, I think, in a very smart way. And he didn't say, give me all the money. No, he gave you his PIN number, because he puts his card in, gives you his PIN number. We know he's worth millions. Don't ask me why I'm taking out 12 bands. I may want to just give $1,000 to the next 12 people I see, because I got it like that. That's the stuff. That's the random stuff that I would do. I may have 12 bands where I just came from speaking at an elementary school. I just heard a conversation on the street where they say, man, they ain't got nothing to fix this gym. They ain't got that. I got 12 bands for you. Let me go to the bank and go get it. It doesn't matter what his intentions were. The thing is, it was his money. So, that being said, it was a sister girl. And not only was it a sister girl, pregnant sister girl. And not only was it a pregnant sister girl, it was a sister girl that told the police, good job, thank you. And let's talk about the other black person that was in this situation. Let's talk about the police officer that said, hey, can you just put your hands behind your back? And he was like, yo, what is this? Within moments, yo, what is this? And he goes to the right side. He knows where his gun is at. We know we've seen some stuff in Minnesota where people act like they don't know where their gun is at. No, he knew what he's pulling out. He pulled that Glock out on him. And dude turned around like, yo, this dude really pulled a gun out on me. I am a millionaire taking money out of my account, and I can't do it. And this man is putting everybody, that woman, that teller, a damn fool. The manager, a damn fool. And that police officer did not need to handle that. He could have came to him, man, are you robbing a bank? Like, you could even be as bold as that. These people here believe that you are robbing a bank right now. What's going on? Can we go outside and talk about this? Like, let's talk about it. I'm here for that. Y'all could have did that. Even be as bold as that. Say, we got a phone call that you may be a bank robber because you slid her a note. Can we see the note? And then Bank of America, I really ain't got nothing to say to you no more. That's where I'm at. You hiring people like this I mean, they didn't even check the man. Look, he's wearing sunglasses. He's wearing a mask. Oh, we haven't been in a pandemic or anything where masks were required in most places. And to be honest, I'm vaccinated, but I still wear my mask in a lot of places that I go because I don't know what y'all be on, man. And it's mutating and stuff. It might have new power. I don't know. And I don't care. I'm still going to take my precautions and do what I can do to make sure that I'm not sick. And so far, baby, I ain't been sick at all. So, that being said, no, that was a bad thing that happened to him, but that's a real victim. That's a real victim we're talking about here. But Jussie Smollett, you are no victim, and I'm not trying to do this black shame. No, man, black folk, we do stuff that's bad all the time. It is what it is. I know that there's this semblance of that we just got to try and make it up, but the thing is, a lot of times we try and make it up against each other. And that's the one thing that we don't think about. We always talk about, man, yeah, the white man doing it, the white man did. We do a lot of stuff to ourselves, and I say it all the time, man. We got to start looking at the real and start police. We need to police our own communities and all that stuff. And I don't know if that sister girl up there, that's the bank teller, was trying to do that, but no, that was the wrong opportunity to try and flex your muscle. Stop a real bank robber, and hopefully they can change their life and say this is not how stuff's supposed to be. But instead, y'all making news and y'all making headlines, and good job, boys. No, you're not one of the good ones. At the end of the day, they would have did the same shit to you if you was walking in there. You remember that? Remember on when the crackhead on Friday after next was trying to steal that stuff and acting like she was pregnant and she wasn't. You know what I'm talking about? That could we could think about that about you. What if that had been you and you trying to buy some stuff and people think that you really not pregnant? That could happen to you. You putting people's lives in danger. I tell you what, somebody want to shoot me. I don't know if I'm gonna be like, hey, whoa, hey man, hey, they don't do that. Sometimes people just shoot. They don't care, and it's fucked up. Let's be honest, but it is what it is. But it is what it is, y'all. It is. But let me get let me get over here to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons returns tonight to Philadelphia for the first time since he's been traded to the Nets. They about to play. He's not, but it is what it is. I'm not sure why he's not playing, but it may be due to he's still working on his mental health, and I can understand why he'd be working on his mental health because he just walks out of Four Seasons Hotel. People are waiting for him to come out to go to the bus so they can go to the so they can go to whatever Philadelphia's situation is over there. To go over there and do their thing or whatever and practice and do shoot arounds and whatnot till the game, whatever. Had to do all that. They was waiting outside for him. They gave him the blues all morning long. That's okay. We had this whole situation with Westbrook taking issue with people call him West Brick. I think he'll look back on this later on and be like, man, I shouldn't even spoke on that. But he did, so we have a narrative and we're gonna talk about it. Ben Simmons gonna have it bad everywhere that he goes, but he gonna have it real bad in Philadelphia. And I think the way that he needs to handle this situation is go in there and let them people boo the shit out of him, talk shit. As long as y'all don't throw nothing on him, don't put no popcorn on him, man. Don't throw no water, or, throw a beer bottle at him because you just that mad that the man would not play to his offensive potential, if you will. By being a perennial scorer like we know that he can be because he's shown us that he can shoot a three. He's shown us that he can cover 1 through 5, honestly. I mean, people's trying to stop at 4, but I think there's some centers that he could take one-on-one. I mean, that I understand Philadelphia, but it's a sport, and people take pride in the sports. And y'all got to understand NBA, NFL, and the players that play in them. These are tax dollars, bro. Y'all don't have an arena unless the taxpayers put money in, the city puts money in to get your arena. A lot of the stuff that y'all have is the constituents of your city that you play for. They pay for that, man. They pay for a lot. They pay for your salaries. They go in there and keep your team afloat. They do a lot of stuff like that. So with that being said, if they mad at you, let them be mad at you. As long as they don't do nothing. Yes, I understand that, like, what they've been doing, death threats and stuff. I understand that that's uncalled for. Nothing is ever that deep. But, man, if you shooting bad, let me call you Westbrook. And if you won't shoot, let me say, boo, why you do that? Why you doing like that? Why ain't you shoot the ball? Why dude was in the stand trying to show you the follow through on a free throw? They care about y'all. And I think that the city supported Ben Simmons for a long time. But when, people that's I don't like that. I don't like that whole my house is big and I do. That came from the people that you trying to insult right now, bruh. If people didn't like basketball, then you wouldn't have what you have. People like basketball. Okay, you made it to a situation where you make a lot of money off of basketball, but don't disparage and talk shit about the people that pay to keep your facilities and all that stuff, because people stop going to your games. Do you really get paid? Because people are just like, you know what? This is a shit organization. We don't support this. The city does not support this. The NBA probably has to step in and say, do something to make your city come back to your games, because that's where the revenue comes from. Yeah, people sell CDs, people sell songs, they stream and all that, but a lot of money comes from tour money. when it comes to rappers. People actually coming out to see you. That's how you get paid. Don't ever disrespect the people that are behind you, man. And yes, you can be bad at what you do. You can have high expectations, all that type of stuff. But when you're not playing good, you're not playing well, they support you, they can critique you. If you need to be better at free throws, then and people be talking stuff about you not hitting free throws, then maybe you should be like, hey, let me work on my free throws a little extra today until I'm good at them. Like your whole job is to play basketball. You can't tell me that's not your game because I've seen you hit threes before. I've seen you put up 43-point games. That would have helped Embiid a lot. But I don't know, man. But the fans, let them have it. Let them have it. I don't think they'll do that every time. And honestly, the best thing you could have done in this situation was, and it would have been the greatest troll ever. I would have been laughing. Like, if he came in there and was shooting threes and had a 40-point game, that would have been great. But he's sitting on the bench. He's got to hear that the whole game. But that's cool. Let him have it. Let the fans have that. Let the fans have that. I would. Let them have it. They deserve that because they believe you should still be in Philadelphia. You should still be a part of the process. I mean, now they got James Harden, but James Harden, from what I'm seeing, he's not playing that well tonight. So there's a lot of that going on. You got to go in there and man up like, the people expected something. Because you got to understand what people pay for when you buy these tickets and you do all this and that. It's not just entertainment. Even though it is entertainment, it's not just entertainment, man. It's something about making somebody's day. People spending, and man, listen, I done got credit cards to pay for, to take somebody to the game for an experience. You don't forget those things. Now, some people are fortunate enough where they just go to the game like it ain't nothing, but there are some people out there, I love Ben Simmons. He's so great. Little kids. There's other people that might be grown men. And yes, you might be younger than them, but they still look up to you. Because when you having a shit day or things aren't going right in your life, they turn to you, entertainment, to make their day just a little bit better than it was before. Now, ladies, if you're looking for somebody to make your day a little bit better than it was before you got with me, then look no further than me, Bartholomew. Look me up on christianmingle.com. That's right, that's Bartholomew. But also you can find me on uniqowilliams.com. The link to this show is going to be right there. It's going to be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. It's going to be on all that. Also, it'll link you to this video. So if you're watching this show, but one of your friends wants to see me in my also handsome ways, send them a link. Just go to uniqowilliams.com. Also, we got so much to talk about on all of our other shows on Overall 99 Media and also Overall 99 Sports. We're out here. We are talking about everything. But when it comes to Do You Hear Me with Uniqo Williams, we're going to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to, especially when I want to do it. So, thank you so much for joining this episode of Do You Hear Me? Uniqo Williams. I holla. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Don't forget, every Thursday, the full podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 ENT bring you videos from Friday all the way to Friday. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Again, thank you so much.